Assalamu alaikum everyone, good morning and welcome to the Inside Scoop. Yesterday the market gave a stunning closing. हम 1755 points plus close हुए थे. आज ही market दौड़ रही है. We had a strong opening, more than 600 points plus. अभी भी हम currently 400 points पे बैठे हुए हैं. So, as you guys know, the Inside Scoop is your one-stop shop for all finance, economics, and if everyone behind me could please stop playing music because I can't hear myself. So we're your one-stop shop for economics, finance, all business-related news. हमारी कोशिश होती है कि आपको investment के बारे में educate करें ताकि आप लोग आसानी से अपनी investments कर पाएं और एक educated तरीके से, and especially that you guys don't put your hard-earned money in scams. आज we have less news because we have a very special guest and I can't hear myself. Team, please चुप करवा दें पीछे से. We have a very special guest with us today at the studio. So we decided कि आज का episode हम पूरा dedicate करें because ये actually मेरे interest का भी एक area है which I have a lot of questions to ask about. So without any further ado, I would like to introduce you guys to the CEO of Landmark Investment, who is Mr. Faisal Mamsa. Faisal Saab, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for calling me.
Sir, सबसे पहले can you please tell our audience के आप क्या करते हैं, आपने अपना करियर शुरू कहाँ से किया था, and now आपकी जो कंपनी है which has so many companies under it as well, आप लोग क्या करते हैं?
Yeah, sure. So I started my career with auditing. I was in E&Y, and the first month I knew that I wouldn't be able to do auditing for the rest of my life. So I moved into banking. Okay. I was lucky enough to get a break into treasury, where everything was so dynamic. It was, it was so much fun. At the end of the day, आपको report card मिल जाता था कि आपने इतना profit बनाया और इतना loss बनाया. So I think that was what I really wanted. So after that, I joined Union Bank. I was in treasury, and then Dubai Islamic Bank, and then I left banking and started Landmark Investment. So we do a lot of mergers and acquisitions in Landmark Investments, especially on the pharma side. In 2017, we went into technology. Okay. So our first company was Tressmark, which is a financial information solution. So we give live financial information for any asset class, be it currencies, be
so like the Bloomberg of Pakistan.
It's like the Bloomberg of Pakistan, absolutely, 100%. And we give analytics, a lot of tools, live news, anything that impacts your portfolio.
And your clients are asset management companies,
so we
banks.
are strictly B2B, and we have the largest customer base in Pakistan. We're the largest in this space, and banks, NBFIs, funds. But the bulk of our clients are corporates who use, let's say, dollar rupee rates to settle their import and exports. They want to do forwards. They want to see the prices of their procurements, like raw materials. We have the biggest clients are OGDC. We have PPL. All of these are our clients, and they look at Arab Light. They look at different derivatives of oil. So yes, that's what we do.
Wow, that is actually so cool. Why data?
So, I mean, there has been a transition. At some point, data was just information. Data is now infrastructure. It's what you really need. Without that, you can't move forward. So we've not only given data in the form of a terminal. We also give APIs. We give. So what does APIs do is that if you plug it into your systems, all your reporting will get real time. All your dashboards will get real time. So right now, it's like how much time you can save, how quickly you can make decisions, and that's the beauty of all of this. So we have we have integrated with ERPs, with treasury systems. And this is where the world is moving. It's moving into
because आपको speed चाहिए होती है execution में और data के mostly आपकी वो that time that it takes to communicate one rate from one person to another, that is costing people a lot of money. तो आप लोग वो आसान करते हैं.
Absolutely. I mean, if you can make a decision, I mean, of course now things are changing even faster with algorithmic trading.
बिल्कुल.
So imagine if you were at the pit, जो आज से 20 साल पहले होता कि आप कॉल करते, वो पिट पे कम्युनिकेट होता, वो पिट पे उसको बिड एंड ऑफर मिलती और फिर जाके आपको वापस कंफर्मेशन मिलती. So right now you do it in split seconds. So that's the beauty of it.
That's great. Do you guys do financial analysis as well?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, So you know what we are aggregators. We have an agnostic view. So we have all the brokers. They put in their reports. We give an analysis on what are the broker estimates. So in one, you said one-stop shop for news. This is a one-stop shop for all the analysis.
Wow. Did you guys release? Sorry, I'm so curious. So I will also ask you a few questions जो I think मेरे personal gain के लिए हैं. So you guys also have research analysts working for you जो बैठ के companies को evaluate करते हैं. They take out their own.
So what we give is we give windows to each of the brokerage firms where their analysts can put in the data. They can upload the news.
So like seekingalpha.com.
Absolutely. So you have a 360-degree view. You can see what AKD analyst said, what Arif Habib said, what Topline said, all of that.
And please make this B2C. Please make this B2C. इतने लोग चाहेंगे कि वो, especially if you just like somehow like dissect this into like, because obviously I'm sure the subscription rate for companies would obviously vary a lot compared to what it would for a retailer, right? So making some kind of a model जहाँ सिर्फ किसी को equities का analysis चाहिए तो उनकी ये subscription है. There's so many people who look for this.
Absolutely, we love to do this. But the fact of life is that in terms of monetization, because we are here for a commercial value, so the currencies and commodities we can monetize them better than equities. In fact, most of the banks who take our terminal are for bonds and for T-bills, PIBs, OMOs. So that's where we really make the money.
This is so exciting. I actually think the world of data is beautiful and data is the future, right? इसीलिए आप देखते हैं कि कोई भी public listed company announce करते हैं कि हम data center खोल रहे हैं, उसका share price एकदम से चढ़ जाता है because it is the future.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
That connectivity between consumers, prices, it quite literally is the way forward because it means speed.
We were speaking to one, like a high frequency trader, and he had like 6 screens.
Like a quant trader?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And he was looking at weather futures, and I'm like, what are you doing with weather futures? And he says, like I trade in euro, and euro has an impact, has an indirect impact to commodities, and commodities have a direct impact to weather. So it's so integrated now.
Oh my God, I'm in awe. I think this is one of my favorite episodes that I've done yet. So there's a few gaps हमारी market में, right? अब मैं आपको अगर example देती हूँ तो I've asked a lot of people here कि why do the settlement इदारे and PSX, why do they not give us live charts? तो मुझे बहुत लोगों ने कहा they provide all the data you need. Actually यहाँ किसी broker या किसी ने बस उसमें capital expenditure नहीं किया हुआ to make the infrastructure. And I'm like, and I spoke to a few brokers and they were like, why? They were like, market nahi. I was like, there are 30 million users in this country of crypto.
Absolutely.
You start because आपको एक gamified चीज़ pull in करती है.
Absolutely, 100%.
तो sure, जब आप एक fundamental investor बन जाते हैं, आप एक intelligent investor बन जाते हैं, then you might not need a second wise chart, right?
Yeah.
लेकिन वो interest develop करने के लिए, this is the kind of data you need to be compiling essentially. So is that stuff something the sort that your company could do if someone wants to build infrastructure? Could you provide help, connect them to that data?
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'll give you a good example. Like one of the largest charting firms is investing.com. And they give a lot of their charts for free. We are the partners as well. So we have, a lot of their technical analysis are provided by them. So for sure, I think that is something, people are more, they are looking at technical analysis. Even I see studies which I've never heard of, and people have these proprietary studies and then they sell it. So, I mean, the world has changed. I mean, there are AI-driven models which you can actually buy on the internet if you backtest them, and if you think that there is an X percentage of profit, and people have a good rating for it, they're actually tradable, the models itself.
No, definitely. So since you're a man of finance, right, and I've read about you actually, and so I want to ask because हमारा काम mostly, I'm a fund manager also, and then मेरा काम ही on financial literacy है. तो हमारे पाकिस्तान स्टॉक एक्सचेंज के numbers have been climbing, right? Whether we talk about the index or the UIN increase,
Absolutely.
right? लेकिन वो फिर भी बहुत छोटे numbers हैं, लेकिन उससे भी छोटा non-existent एक पाकिस्तान मर्केंटाइल एक्सचेंज है, right? Which जिसके direct competitors के यहाँ 30 million accounts हैं, लेकिन उनके 30,000 accounts हैं. Where do you think the gap lies? And actually they have a monopoly here. No international broker is as yet, अब तो licensing उन्होंने announce कर दिया government में ने, लेकिन no one's been legally allowed to come and work. But my understanding is कि actually इस monopoly की is there lack of capture. It's not the lack of people wanting to invest or wanting to trade, right? Interest का मसला नहीं है. It's the fact that इनका infrastructure is not great. Their spreads are awful. You have to essentially almost, I believe, make 5% profit to break even on the spread. 5% is like
crazy.
Some people का हफ्ते का target, you know what I mean? कभी कभार महीने का target.
Yeah.
So where do you think the gap is?
Yeah, you're right. I think modern trading depends on pips, you know, कि कितने pips आपने gain किया, and that's how it goes. So I'll tell you something interesting. When I started my career, I didn't start trading in anything fancy. I started trading in commodities, wheat, sugar. In fact, I remember I even bought and sell orange juice, and I was trading in the U.S. Futures market.
Okay.
So the amount of leverage that a local agriculturist gets if there is a robust futures market is immense. I mean, he can sell when he has a lot of supply, and he can sell it in the forward, so he can hedge his exposure. अभी तो जब crop आता है तो उसको एकदम dirt cheap rates पे बेचना पड़ता है. But if he has a robust futures market, he can actually sell it in the forward. He can store it, and there can be demand across the 12 months. So yes, I think the commodity exchange or PMEX has a huge role, and I think recently there has been a lot of policy revisions, and there has been a push to get it going. Magar there is pain in terms of PSX as well. I mean, why do we have, I mean, if you compare Pakistan's stock volumes to our peers, let's talk about not India, let's talk about Egypt and Turkey and maybe even Sri Lanka, तो हमारे volume सबसे कम है. And you know, I mean, if you look at the crypto wallets and everything, I mean, there's nothing official, but those numbers are like, you know, staggering. And मुझे इससे एक बहुत चीज़ समझ में आती है कि जो, you know, there's some little bit of history that when the Ottomans conquered modern day Istanbul, तो जब वो अपने ships में गए तो वहाँ पे harbour पे उन्होंने as a defense they had kept in chains and everything so that they couldn't bring their ships inside. So the Ottomans actually dragged the ships on land and they bypassed all of that. तो अब जितनी चीज़ें बीच में डालेंगे लोग loopholes निकालेंगे, and the more you open up the markets, the more volume you'll get. So we have policy inconsistencies, we have tax inconsistencies. I mean, you know, there's a lot of issue of people thinking कि यार मैं tax net में मुझे इतना reporting इतनी करनी पड़ेगी. No one minds giving the tax, but you know, there's the repercussions that follow. कि मुझे ये filing करनी पड़ेगी, filing के बाद audit होगा, फिर मुझे कोई बुलाएगा. You know, all of those stuff. No one wants to get into that. It doesn't mean that you don't tax them, but it should be very reasonable and very straightforward rather than making it complicated.
Yeah.
So, you know, access to opening accounts, policy matters, I think these are the things that will actually improve, you know,
and
inclusion.
also KYC becoming easier. I don't even, मतलब आप आजकल की दुनिया में जहाँ हमारे CNIC is digital, it has
Absolutely.
a chip on it, right?
Yeah.
तो technically तो हमारी सारी information centralized होनी चाहिए.
100%.
एक ही दफ़ा हम जमा कर लें चीज़, नहीं आपको दूसरा बैंक अकाउंट भी खोलना होता तो you can't be like, can you just cross verify with this bank? You know, when I was studying in Canada जब मैं गई थी, तो it took me all of 5 minutes to open my bank account.
Yeah, I think
As a foreigner, you know.
As a foreigner. Absolutely.
तो पाकिस्तानी होते हुए मुझे इतनी मुश्किल
होती है.
I can't even imagine कि foreign investment लाने के लिए आप इंसान तो खप ही जाएगा, right? They're going to be like,
especially when there are options. पहले अगर competition नहीं था, तो people were forced to do it, but now they have, now they have like, you know, there's this new stock apps which actually gamify trading. So there is eToro and there is Robinhood, and so people have those options and they use it. So they're not stuck to one market. So the easier you make it, the more interest you'll get.
And the more accessible.
Absolutely, 100%.
Right? So right now, State Bank, you know, maintained the status quo of the monetary policy, and 11% is again the interest rate, third time in a row, you know. It's been called at 11%. So this was obviously हमारी flood inflation की वजह से बहुत इसका impact था. People were expecting कि August के numbers so didn't really reflect the rise in inflation. लेकिन September, October के numbers में इसका effect आएगा. How do you feel about that? And आपको क्या लगता है कि अगले maybe if we talk about the rest of the fiscal year that's left, right, the 9 months. So where do you see the interest rate kind of like flattening out before we then see a reversal, and where do you see inflation cooling off?
Yeah, so it's very interesting because this is the first time that State Bank has done something which is not popular opinion, and for the last 3 monetary policies they have been consistently saying one thing, that we want to avoid the boom and bust cycle which we have seen previously. So that's very interesting because they understand कि अगर हम यहाँ से interest rate कम करेंगे, थोड़ी सी GDP growth होगी, थोड़ा सा imports बढ़ जाएंगे, and then imports जब बढ़ जाएंगे तो हमारा external account out हो जाएगा, and then we'll go into that cycle कि अच्छा dollar ऊपर चला गया, and then you know you have to increase. So this is kind of forward looking for me, and I think what they want to avoid is that boom and bust cycle and bring stability. Which in today's environment, I think it's a good idea. I know that it's not the popular opinion, interest rates नीचे होने चाहिए, but I think it's a good idea. I think it's not just the you know, the borrowers who are actually paying more. It's even the government is paying more. So I think there is a cost to it, and I think that cost should be absorbed क्योंकि जो geopolitical situation है, natural calamities हैं, and I think we all have an eye on our external account. हमारा जो dollar rupee है, it's kind of like a confidence barometer. तो वो थोड़ा सा भी हिलता है, सबका confidence हिल जाता है. And it shouldn't be that should not be the case, but it is what it is. So you know, we can't do that. So that's how I look at you know, the State Bank's decision. I think flood का impact ज़रूर होगा. I think in terms of livelihoods, in terms of you know, erosion on GDP, in terms of inflation मुझे लगता है थोड़ा सा muted होगा, because last floods में, if you remember, the commodity prices were really high globally. This time that's not the case. So I think wheat is cheap in the international markets, sugar is cheap. So I think जो चीज़ें कम हो सकती है, they can be imported. And also the base effect on inflation will be muted this time. So inflation पे, yes, I think State Bank has also underlined के फ़र्क आएगा, but it will not be as significant as we saw 3 years back.
Okay, lovely. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. On that note, we're going to take a very short break.
Sure.
आप लोग कहीं नहीं जाएगा. We are in conversation with Mr. Faisal Mamsa. You are watching The Inside Scoop. I'm Mashal Khan. We'll be right back. Welcome back. आप लोग देख रहे हैं The Inside Scoop. We are in conversation with Faisal Mamsa Saab. So Faisal Saab, a couple of days ago, the announcement of the strategic defense agreement between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. There's very mixed views on this. A lot of people think this is good for the country. A lot of people think कि खा पी के चले जाएं. You know, like एक typical जब Rico Dick के वक्त भी, this was a very common conversation. हालांकि we don't have the means for capital expenditure on our own. Yeah. So our assets are just laying there forever, right, absolutely, untouched. So I personally don't think there's anything wrong with you know, outsiders coming in with capex to do, doing investment in Pakistan, building infrastructure, educating people, making the labor skilled, adding some kind of skill set to the labor, and as long as the deal has something for us, right?
Absolutely.
No one's asking for a 90-10
Yeah.
10 being us. So what do you think about the defense agreement? What will the implications be?
So I think there's a bit of a, again, futuristic angle. I mean, if we talk about the future, I think it's best that there is some kind of a alliance against nations who are belligerent. So I think there's that angle, and it's a good bilateral side to it as well. I think most of our workforce are employed in GCC.
And our highest remittances also come
100%.
from Saudi, yeah.
And if something happens over there, I think there will be some economic repercussions down the line as well. So I think there's a lot of plus in this.
Do you think it could be good for our oil trade, because oil is such a large factor in our import bill?
I think we already have a lot of oil incentives in place, and उसी को हम बेहतर कर रहे हैं. I don't think if I look at a 3 to 5 year timeline, I don't see oil being a tool or a weapon for in which we can be economically kept hostage. There's a lot of leaning off from oil and into clean energy. So over the long term, I don't think ऐसा कुछ है, मगर I think they are not only our neighbors, but they are also our economic. हमारे जो reserves के जो bulk of the deposits are by GCC countries. So yes, there is that element.
Okay, so Pakistan tends to be a country जो हमें advantages मिल जाते हैं, by God's grace, by no magic of our own, but abhi currently, with India's unfavorable position, obviously India की economy एक ऐसे point पे grow कर चुकी है where naturally now they want to break the shackles, and go out into the world without limitations, and understandably so, right? It's a very fair, they've done so much work on their trade, and so because of that, the tensions they're having with the US currently, okay, high tariff rates, and us being in a strategically advantageous position, of us having one of the lowest tariffs in the region, we somehow are still not able to take advantage of this. As far as exporters are concerned, I was speaking to another analyst, or उनका एक view था, which actually I didn't even think of. So he was like, हम बार-बार एक ढंडोरा पीटते हैं कि cost of production बहुत high है and energy costs are really high. They're like, actually you go into the balance sheet and you go into the income statement, see the costs, and you break down the costs. There's very few sectors that actually their cost of production is mostly energy. I was like, that's actually true. And actually super tax is probably costing them more than energy.
Yes.
Right? So where do you see with all of these circumstances, right? कि एक तरफ हमारे पास इतने advantages हैं, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ we are not able to grab them because of our lack of good governance, for lack of a better word. Where do you see our economy अगले 5 साल में?
It's a loaded question, right? And I think there are some things. I mean, we talk about exports, we talk about productivity, but no one speaks about the soft skills, the education, all those things that are required. आज हमारा जो एक बहुत बड़ा handicap है that we don't have an entrepreneurial mindset across a general population. So जब policies बनती हैं, या जैसा आपने बताया कि how we are close to the US right now and India may not be close at this moment. These are not short-term policies. We're talking about 10 to 25 years. In that way, I don't think we are competing with India. I think this is a very short-term view कि अच्छा आज हमारे हालात अच्छे हैं. But what about the next 25 years? That's the question. तो हमारा जो unfortunately, our biggest industry has become manpower in terms of remittances. It's a $36 billion industry, and I think our country is, probably very happy with that. which should not be the case, क्योंकि अगर वही हम लोग अंदर utilize करें, I mean, if you just look at the number of new IPOs that have happened over the last 2-3 years, कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. कितनी industries लगी हैं?
Nothing. शायद 8 महीने में एक दफ़ा IPO होता है.
So that means that, you know, at the grassroots levels, there's no enterprise, there's nothing coming up. So that's what my fear is. So I think that in the next 5 years, I think अगर मैं you know Pakistan को देखूं over the last 20-25 years, we have grossly, you know, underperformed in terms of exports. I mean, other countries, our peers, have grown 10x, where we have grown only 4x. So in the last 25 years. So I think hamari, yes, we have in terms of export per GDP, we are amongst the top lowest. In terms of import per GDP, उसपे भी हम लोग सबसे नीचे हैं. So you know, there's a lot of catching up to do. So in the next 5 years, I think हम लोग, if it will be good if we maintain a trajectory around the 5% GDP growth mark, and bring focus on educating our youth and providing some employment opportunities.
100%. So how much of a connection do you think there is to feudal culture, to lack of economic growth?
Well, that again is a loaded question. I think it's highly correlated.
Is there any way to compile that data?
I'm sure there must be. अगर कुछ ज़हन लगाए तो हो जाएगा.
Do you guys have access to that kind of data? कि कितने crops are being farmed in those
so
feudal
we have
areas?
some information upon the acreage and how much crop is on how much as a percentage. But
and then we can just match that to the prices, check it against inflation, see the growth.
Maybe कुछ कर सकते हैं. मगर yes, there is that culture has to be broken where the common man gets you know a position where they can actually make decisions for their own.
Yeah, we still
career.
have slavery. Do you know that?
That's true.
Like people are born into slave families. Like
yes.
for me, that's wild. And half of these Vaderas, like they've been to like expensive colleges, and I'm like, it's not making sense.
It doesn't make sense. Yes.
Please make it make sense.
Yes.
I think जहाँ भी आपके ये these social differences come in on a, how would I even explain this backwardness?
It
right?
is.
जहाँ this entitlement to people's entire lives.
Yes.
And you know, like बहुत दफ़ा सुनने में आता है कि you know, oh no, my staff is acting out. इसकी ज़बान होगी. They should be. They should be questioning you. They should be questioning कि उनको rights मिल रही हैं नहीं मिल. They don't even know about minimum wage.
Absolutely.
Right. So I think there needs to be some kind of that bans, I think, of Vaderas from being in the government also.
Absolutely. But I think the first step would be access to education, giving them a level playing ground.
They won't let you educate them now, so you have to get rid of the Vaderas first. Then you can build a school there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he'll be like, my slaves, go. Stand against them, don't let them build it. वो बेचारे क्या करेंगे?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think this feudalism and this backwardness, you essentially as a people आपको एक economic growth mindset adopt करना पड़ेगा, right?
Yes.
लेकिन that's the trick, right? आप लोगों को survival में इतना फंसा देते हो कि they can't think of growth because that's a luxury at that point. They're worried about putting food on the table.
Very true. You've hit the exact spot.
But I think that's why I like where the world is going now, because the world is moving further, and I love this. I hate institutionalized education. You know, I think during my bachelor's I learned nothing, and during the past 2 years I've learned 95% of what I know about the world. Because it's about interest. आप 18 साल के बच्चों को बोल रहे हो, decide what you want to do in life. I don't know who I am.
Yes, absolutely.
You've been telling me for 18 years who I am. You were spoon feeding me.
Yeah.
Now I'm supposed to decide on my own. What do you mean? So,
yes.
you know, and now it's become, there's this culture internationally where rather than, I think politicians and big conglomerate leaders being the visionaries, now it's shifting away to people on social media who ask different questions.
Absolutely.
Right? Who point people toward a mindset कि आप कुछ भी कर सकते हैं.
Absolutely.
Right? And the only thing standing between you and your best self is you.
Yeah.
Who you are along the way. And so I think like the reason I absolutely love that is because education is not restricted to being institutionalized.
Absolutely.
People realize that, oh wait, I can pick up textbooks and learn them on my own. What do you mean?
Or I can go on the internet and learn things.
You can watch YouTubers like Aswad Damodaran, who is a and New York University professor in finance. Unke sare lectures are available for free. I've learned half of my finance concepts from him. I watch Peter Lynch ke podcasts.
Absolutely.
I listen to Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
And
yes,
I don't need a finance degree.
Absolutely, 100%.
And
this is exactly what the change will come. I mean, internet being an enabler even for education.
लेकिन उसके लिए English सीखनी पड़ेगी.
नहीं तो अब तो AI आ गया ना, so AI can actually.
Yeah, so that's I actually told people this. They were like, "Ma'am, हमें balance sheet नहीं समझ में आ रही, आप please थोड़ा उर्दू में समझा दें." I'm like, take my videos, transcribe them and put them into ChatGPT.
Yes.
ChatGPT को बोलो कि उर्दू में translation करके दे.
Absolutely.
And you can use that for entire books also.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
But I guess then you can use AI for to learn English as well.
Just
right?
maybe rather than that, just ask it to summarize everything.
Yeah, no, precisely. So, do you have experience in your own personal investments? Do you prefer stocks? Is there any asset class जो आप prefer करते हैं?
So I mean, like last week I went to someone and he said that if I have Mohammad Ali Tabba working for me, or if I have Javed Iqbal working for me, or I have Hussein Dawood working for me, तो फिर what else can I ask? I mean, मुझे hire भी नहीं करना पड़ा, they're working for me. So the stock market actually gives you that leverage. ठीक है, हमारे वहाँ अभी तक इतना उसका potential पे नहीं आया है.
Sorry, that's such a great way to think about it. That is, sorry, I just had to appreciate that.
It is actually. So and my only 2 cents on this is that people who do invest, they should be looking at कि अगर 2-3 साल में अगर कुछ catastrophe हो जाती है, boom bust cycle आ जाता है, or these the stocks that I want to keep myself in, that will answer you कि आपको क्या चाहिए. Then you will not be investing in third tier stocks, you will not be in those rich get rich schemes, and you will be actually appreciating value.
And this is a great point that you've raised. Thank you for that. बहुत लोग obviously हमारी market को एक बहुत गलत नाम सट्टा बाजार बोला हुआ है लोगों ने, right? And I absolutely loathe this term because we spend 9 hours a day at work and then numerous hours outside of work researching these companies ताकि हम अपने investors को पैसे कमा के दे सकें, right? So firstly, it's so rude, okay? It undermines us completely. And secondly, whenever people say नहीं यहाँ तो बहुत manipulation होती है और हम अगर फंस गए, my point is कि manipulation पहली चीज़ तो आप OGDCL और PPL को manipulate नहीं कर सकते. I'd like to see someone try.
I agree.
I would like to see that, right? ये manipulations अगर होती भी हैं, right? Allegedly, तो ये होंगी small market cap companies में. अब आप उनकी earnings report खोल के देख लेंगे तो वो सबसे पहले इतनी messy होगी कि अगर आपको basics भी पता है, fundamental analysis, of just looking at earnings growth over a period of time and diluting it against boom and bust cycles, you give them the leverage कि चलो, during a bad time we'll give you a 10% off at that time, right? You're allowed to lose 10%. Even after that, they're losing 30% more. The corporate governance is lacking, right? और अब ऐसा stock जो मतलब currently आपका average PE is 8 and उसका sector भी 10 पे चल रहा है और वो पहुंचा हुआ है अब 25 के multiple पे, right? तो आप खुद दिमाग में आपके bells जागना शुरू चाहिए कि इसमें किसी ने अपना हाथ डाला.
This is what you guys are also working on, which is investor awareness.
Yeah.
कि क्या metrics हमें follow करने चाहिए, क्या, because if I am not willing to invest my time, then I will be just asking हाँ यार क्या लेना चाहिए, and that's where you go wrong, because then it's that's where the manipulation comes in.
Yeah.
But if you say कि अच्छा मैंने जितना पैसे लगा रहा हूँ, I need to give some time to it as well. Then I will study the fundamentals. I will see कि ये company कर क्या रही है, is it going into some maybe green energy or mining, and this is where I want to be. तो थोड़ी सी investor awareness आनी चाहिए. And again, I would link it a little bit with the education which I think is still, you know, on a general population basis, we are very
and
low.
even agar hum kahen ke okay, because I don't think stocks are taught in school. You know what I mean? Even like there's so many CFAs who I know, majority fund managers don't actually have their own stock portfolios. For me, that is wild.
Yeah.
I am like, how? Absolutely, how can you decide where someone else invests if you have no experience with personal investments?
Yes.
Right? How will you be able to manage that? आपको तो वो you develop a certain stomach for this when you are an investor. खुद से तो एक तो ये prerequisite होना चाहिए, but it's not. But most people, I think, हमारे जो इदारे हैं and our AMCs, our brokerages, they don't do enough on financial awareness. You know what I mean? Actually, तो okay, there's 3-4 more people like me जो अपने शौक से आ गए हैं और लोगों को बता रहे हैं, right? But ये institution का काम है.
Absolutely.
They should be working on this. लेकिन नहीं, सब एक ऐसे mental box में फंस गए हैं कि ये हमारी JD है, right? This is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to try to do the least of it in the worst possible way, ताकि we just get by and just get a bonus against inflation और कोई extra काम ना करना पड़े. No one wants to think outside of the box. No one wants to be great.
Yes.
Right? तो आपकी industry किस तरह से grow कर सकती है? We don't have people working on innovation.
Yeah. You're right, absolutely. I think it was 2004 जब हमने SECP के पास गए थे. I was at Union Bank at that time, and we said कि, you know, stocks and the equity market should have stock options. We should have call puts and everything, you know. And that's 2004 और आज 2025 है और अभी तक कुछ नहीं हुआ. But a little word on what you said about investor awareness. I think that, you know, we should flip the mindset from when we talk about, you know, stock market. We हमारे पास यही आता है कि छक्का लगने वाला है. It's a get rich scheme. Get rich.
Bitcoin आता है ना दिमाग में लोगों.
बिल्कुल. Get rich quickly kind of a scheme. I think the conversion or the transition should be done on savings. Can I put 10,000 rupees per month into savings? That's where I will, and that happens in India.
A systematic investment plan.
Absolutely. That's the kind of mindset that keeps you long term. तो फिर volatility भी जब होती है, तो जब base ही इतना बड़ा होता है तो volatility भी muted हो जाती है.
Of course.
So I think that's the mindset that we should go into. I think people are working on it. I think last week ICAP or PSX did something which was like a country roadshow. But these things should happen. They should have webinars. They should have videos out over there, and they can even show, you know, some use cases. कि अगर आप इतने कर सकते हैं, these are the stocks that can actually multiply. I would love to have a small portfolio जिसको मैं ना देखूं, but which I know is accumulating over time.
Yeah, because you have a certain parameter to assess कि आपने किन companies में जाना है, and then you use that to make your whole. That's exactly how I did it as well. Before I became a fund manager, I knew कि obviously when we become fund managers तो कुछ compliances होती हैं, right? Yes. You have to take permission before buying or selling a stock. आपका एक holding period होता है. Rightfully so, we're moving the funds. There should be compliances on us, right? तो मैंने यही किया था. Picked the companies that I really liked on fundamental parameters, and I just left them. And I actually opened it, I think 2 weeks ago, and I was like, okay, 97% I made the right call. There was just one company that I think didn't prove out to be fruitful, but 97%. So that's how investors.
So you owe us a treat now. अब आपने ये secret तो बता दी है.
Most definitely. But sir, thank you so much for being with us. It was an absolute pleasure. मुझे time का पता भी नहीं चला कि कहाँ हमारे 35 minutes निकल गए हैं.
Same here.
I appreciate it.
It was a lot of fun.
And I look forward to seeing what Landmark is going to do next, and hopefully आप लोग, you know, B2C कोई ना कोई model, you know, शुरू करते हैं.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm looking forward to subscribing to it myself. So thank you so much for being with us today, sir.
Thank you so much.
And I shall see you guys after the weekend. Remember to research over the weekend, because I like to study on the weekend too. And then Monday morning we will open in all the weekend news going to factor into the market, and it will be priced in. So I'll see you guys on Monday. Till then, have a great weekend. Take care. Khuda Hafiz.